Hello and welcome back to Green-HillGaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world, continuing to tell the story of Chris Redfield. This is part 11 of the Mansion Incident, which is the first chapter of Chris Redfield's story. So sit back, relax, stay safe, but as always, enjoy the live stream. So Chris Redfield, he's still in the lab deep beneath the mansion, and well, his nightmare is about to come to a terrifying climax. Let's go. So first thing I need to do is go back up to the what's it called again? I need to go to a projector room, I'll just call it. I think it's called the data vision room, or vision data room. Something along the lines of that anyway. Just around the corner. So I would normally do a previously on Chris Redfield's story, but you know, the last live stream was a bit short, so nothing really kind of happened between then and now. Well, actually, it kind of did actually. And hello to my viewer, you are very welcome to Green-HillGaming, where I am of course continuing to tell the story of Chris Redfield. This is part 11 of the Mansion Incident, which is the first chapter of Chris Redfield's story. It is two viewers. Hi. You're very welcome. Hello Dad, welcome to Green-HillGaming. Great to have you in the live stream. How are you keeping? And enjoy the live stream. So yeah, part 11 of the Mansion Incident. So what I want to do here now is turn on this projector again, because there's a code that I need. So what I was going to say actually is previously on Chris Redfield's story.
All good.
Glad to hear it now, and enjoy the live stream. So what I wanted to say is Chris Redfield found out the identity of the what you call it. That's the word I'm looking for. The double crosser, which is Albert Wesker himself. Chris Redfield found out that Albert Wesker was an umbrella scientist responsible for the T-virus research, and he was also responsible for all this. No shit. Oh no! Wait, no. I think you need to switch off the light or something. There's some kind of thing you must do here. No, I need to figure this out. I think you'll have to get a film. Oh crap. I'll just, you know what, no, I could just look it up on YouTube, couldn't I? You know what? No, I won't. I don't want to look up everything on YouTube, like. But I will take this first aid spray, nonetheless. But there's a code that I need to put in here.
Why so dark?
Because it's a Resident Evil horror game. That's why. Okay, let's just move on. I'll put that first aid spray back into the item box. There is the code that I need. I could look it up online, but I don't know. I don't want to do everything online. It's not that much of a trek. But you basically get some sort of a filter that you can bring back to the projector, I think, anyway. If I don't
smart ass LOL.
It's true though. More health. Alright, so I've the last live stream I had unlocked some of the doors, the electronic doors. So there's a couple of doors that are now open. So that's where I'm going to be going now. And yeah, I think inside one of those inside one of those rooms, I should say, there's a filter. Basically, I'll bring that filter back to the projector, and it will allow me to see the code that I can use in that room. Alright, so where to? That's the question. Right. Which door shall I go first? And I'll go in
Can't say sorry.
No problem. No. How's that still locked? Resembling a power area is carved into the lock. And I know you meant to say stay, so you don't need to. You don't need to correct.
Enjoy.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. What the fuck? Here. I better have saved
Bay.
my progress. B. Oh boy. Okay.
Bye.
I know. Right. What's happening here now? I already activated the power. Well, in the case I didn't, I'll do it again. Okay. Strange. Okay, yeah, that should be that should be open now. That's strange. What already did open then? What the fuck? Am I missing something here or what the fuck? Maybe it's this door here. Ah, here. This is the moment in Chris Redfield's story where he gets utterly confused. Maybe it's this door. Oh, here, finally. At least one door opens. Jesus Christ, the ink ribbon, I'll just leave it there. This is what I need. Funny thing is, I actually didn't need to do any of this. Because, like I could... Ah, for fuck's sake. Blast his head off of there. Is he dead? No. No, he is. Oh, God. Facts. To the Sanitation Division. Attention, Manager of Sanitation. From the Raccoon Disaster Contingency Committee. The contents of this fax are confidential and intended for the named addressee only. Any copying or disclosure of the contents of this fax to any third party is strictly forbidden by the sender. After reading the contents, or in my case attempting to read the contents of this fax, it must be destroyed immediately. We expect significant increase in the damage done by the recent T-virus outbreak that initially estimated. There are several concerns. First concern, more than half of the researchers have been infected by the T-virus and died. It has also been reported that almost all of the survivors of this accident are starting to show symptoms of the T-virus infection. Second concern, our secret security patrol team has also been completely eradicated. Therefore, our most secret research is in danger of public disclosure. Quick actions are demanded to prevent mass media coverage. Third concern, there is a high possibility that most of the specimens are running loose inside the compound. We expect many casualties to follow. However, yet unfortunate, these casualties underscore the success of our research results. Actions must be taken to prevent our research results from being made public. We suspect the first official intervention will come from the state police and STARS. We strongly recommend taking measures against them first. Chris Redfield discovering firsthand just how sinister the Umbrella Corporation are, just how much their research means to them over the lives of the citizens of Raccoon City, over the lives of the researchers, over the lives of STARS. They will do anything they can to continue their research and to protect their research. Oh shit, I should have bought a fucking mold disc with me, shouldn't I? Not to worry though, I can just come back. Free up some space and come back. Not to worry. Yeah, not to worry, okay. Well, they're actually, well, actually do, which is closer. The item box or the projector. Because I can just put in the what do you call it, the filter into the projector. Jeez, I feel like I'm doing a terrible job there telling Chris Redfield's story because so much has happened there. So this stage, like, Chris Redfield knows that the Umbrella Corporation are responsible for the bizarre murders that occurred on the outskirts of Raccoon City. He knows that it was caused by the T-viral outbreak, which is the biological virus created by the Umbrella Corporation that resulted in biological weapons getting loose in Raccoon City. That's what caused the bizarre murders. Once STARS were sent in to investigate, initially Bravo team was sent in. Their helicopter crashed. STARS lost contact with the Bravo team, so Alpha team was sent in, which Chris Redfield is a member of. Eventually Chris Redfield gets to this mansion, discovers the truth about Umbrella Corporation, but also discovers that STARS were actually lured into the mansion to gather combat data on biological weapons. So he knew that there was a traitor. That was confirmed when he bumped into the leader of the Bravo team, Enrico, which informed him that there was actually a double crosser. That double crosser has now more or less been confirmed as Albert Wesker, because when he saw a photo of Albert Wesker recently there in the lab as a researcher for Umbrella. About the measures that Umbrella Corporation have in place for protecting the secrets of their research. So Chris Redfield has all that information now. So right now he's just going to get his hands on Wesker to get revenge for his comrades and get the hell out of this mansion and report his findings to I can go into this room first. Report his findings to the Raccoon City Police Department, which won't be easy. It won't go according to plan. That's going to be his next story, actually, but I'm going to do it in a very interesting kind of way, so stay tuned for that one. So yeah, I just thought I need to kind of recap that there, because significant moments there, like in the mansion incident. I don't want to just like read through it like and kind of give it no justice, like, so. Oh shit, I forgot to put the filter on. There he is again, Wesker, part of the Bioorganic Weapons Research Group.
Hello, good morning.
Who do we have? Jesus. I wouldn't even know how to pronounce that. I'm just going to call you City. Good morning, City, and welcome to Green Hill Gaming. Very welcome to the live stream. This is the story of Chris Redfield, and it's part 11 of the mansion incident, which is the first chapter of Chris Redfield's story. Great to have you in the live stream. Hope that you are keeping well.
THKS.
You are very welcome. You are very welcome. And I hope that you enjoy the live stream. So, the mansion incident is going to come to a terrifying climax for Chris Redfield very soon, because he's at the lab now, which is the final area of the mansion of this game. So what I need to do is I need to attach the filter. There we go, and that's going to give me a code of 8462. Which I would put in here. 8462. Hopefully, I have enough space. And the all-important key, so I actually need that key. Don't tell me there's some sort of image editing equipment. It looks like you can use it to view Kenneth's film. This is interesting stuff here, because we have to remind ourselves again, because the whole point of Chris Redfield's story is to, well, tell the story, and really kind of do a deep dive into the story. So, what Chris Redfield is about to view here is going to be really graphic for him. He is going to watch the final moments of Kenneth, which is his comrade and friend. And, it's going to fuel his anger at the Umbrella Corporation, at Albert Wesker for betraying Stars and his comrades, and just it's going to fuel his his thirst for vengeance as well. So, I want to jump all the way to the modern Resident Evil timeline now, where you see Chris Redfield shooting what we're led to believe is Mia Winters, and maybe you can just understand a bit more, why this man is doing what he's doing, so. Watch this.
What? Get away from me! No! Hey! No!
Not as graphic as I actually thought it was, but nonetheless. So that's Kenneth being mauled by a zombie. So yes. Oh, you're ready. Okay. So, wait, there's something else in here. What is this? Oh, what is it again? Oh, it's I don't even know what the fuck else is in here. What didn't I pick up here now? A donut on the table. Oh, I didn't realize I had a map. So the map was the final item in the room. I always check to see do I have everything in the room before I move on. So okay, so I'm very conscious of telling the story, as opposed to just showing the story. I kind of, so like this is the climax of the mansion incident. So everything now is pretty much like being revealed to Chris Redfield. When Chris Redfield was briefed in the Raccoon City Police Department, in the Stars room. Briefed by none other than his captain, his boss, Albert Wesker, you know, about the fact that their comrades, Bravo teams, you know, helicopter going missing and losing contact with them when they were sent into the forest zone of Raccoon City to investigate bizarre murders that were occurring in Raccoon City. Little did he know, like, in a matter of hours, his entire life would be turned upside down forever because of biowarfare, biological weapons. So, like, he's now found all the answers he probably didn't want to find, to be honest with you. You know, he's probably expecting to find some sort of, like, crazy kind of, like, cannibal cult that were eating people, or, you know, something like that he would have been used to, you know, in his time with Stars. But, you know, instead what he discovered is this crazy diabolical mansion with crazy booby traps, puzzles, and zombies that basically ate his comrades and friends. And he was able to link what was going on in Raccoon City and the mansion with a T-virus biological weapon created by a company called the Umbrella Corporation. They were researching this virus in a lab deep beneath this mansion, which is where we are right now. Discovers that his team was lured into this mansion deliberately to gather combat data on those biological weapons that killed his comrades and friends. Right now, where am I going? Going the wrong way. Oops. And you go back to the item box. So then he identifies that double imposter, which is Albert Wesker, the same guy who, you know, only a couple of hours ago briefed him on his mission. So, like, you can just imagine, you know, this man right now, Chris Redfield, he's already a broken man, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's pretty much everything he's been through. He arrived in the mansion with Wesker, Jill, and Barry. When he arrived in the mansion, Barry was gone. Chris went to investigate, came back, and Jill and Wesker was gone. He soon found out that Wesker is still alive, as well as Rebecca Chambers from the Bravo team. Enrico was alive until he was shot, and Richard was alive for a while as well, but he died. He got eaten by a giant shark. Okay, what else do I need to bring with me here? Oh yeah, fucking hell, I forgot to bring the more disc, which is used. By the way, how many more discs do I actually have? I have all of them. 1, 2. I think I need one more. No, I have all 3. The reason you need the more discs is it opens the cell which Jill Valentine is inside. Spoiler alert. Chris Wesker, dun dun dun. Chris Wesker, Jesus Christ, Wesker had Jill locked up there. Because I often wondered why that was. Maybe Jill discovered the truth before Chris did. Probably early on, you never know these things. Right, where am I going again? In here. Okay. I was thinking actually there's a few of those devices actually. Oh yeah. I actually want to show you something actually that some people may not be aware of. Like nowadays, right? You know, with the considering how long the remake has been around, people might not know this. But shit. Oh fuck. Oh, look at that. He's dead. Fuck, he's up there. No, he's dead. But what I was going to say was, can barely see it. What would that remind you of? What would that remind you of? I could be wrong. Actually, I probably am wrong, to be honest with you. But I think that these little devices were actually intended to look like GameCubes, because Resident Evil Remake was originally a GameCube exclusive before it would many years later appear on the, I think it appeared on the PS3. No, it was a PS4 first. Like, this was a GameCube exclusive for a very, very long time, along with Resident Evil Zero. So those are actually supposed to be GameCubes. But nonetheless, we'll put the more disc into it now. So that's the first lock released. There's also something here as well. There seems to be something behind the study door. Open it. Warning, fuel may explode. Jesus Christ. I haven't gotten to the self-destruction phase of the game just yet. It's telling me there's something else in this room. What else is there? X-ray photograph. Skeleton structure displayed isn't quite human. Oh, it's the ink ribbon. So I'm not taking that with me. I'm not going to be saving the game like 15 times. Like, alright, so I'm actually going to go back and get the other more disc. Actually, I might as well just open. I think I can open that lock now. Yeah. Free up time when I'm activating the self-destruct sequence. I hope I have enough shotgun shells for the rest of this game, because I don't like the fact that I used a few shotgun shells on those Crimson Heads, because there's going to be very annoying enemies coming up here now. And there's quite a lot of them there as well, so it's going to be interesting now. I don't know how I'm going to be able to handle them. There's at least, I think there's like 6 of them in total, because they come back as well, like so. I actually would love to see, there probably is already, actually, do you know what, there actually is. What I was going to say is I would love to see the continuation of Chris Redfield's story after the mansion incident, kind of like shown in some capacity. Like, basically, like, he goes directly to the Raccoon City Police Department. He says, look, this is what happened. The bizarre murders were as a result of a biological weapon virus called the T-virus that was created by the Umbrella Corporation. They were researching biological weapons. It escaped in a secret lab that was in a mansion. That's what caused it. It killed our comrades. We were lured in here by the Umbrella Corporation. Wesker was betrayed us. He told them all that, but what he didn't realise is, and I'm jumping ahead here now, but what he didn't realise was the chief of police of the Raccoon City Police Department was actually being bribed by the Umbrella Corporation to keep his mouth shut. So he wasn't listened to, basically. But it's not really shown in any of the video games, so to speak. But it is shown. I actually have a novel, a Resident Evil novel, that's based off the games. Like, but I go into a bit more depth. But it is discussed a little bit. But do you know, I think it would have been great, like, in a game like Resident Evil 2 Remake. Do you know, if they're just going to show that in a kind of little cutscene or something, it would have been nice to see, because it would have been a great moment, like, you know, a very powerful moment. Kind of show the true kind of sinister. What am I back in here for? What am I doing? Oh, I'm talking too much, that's what it is. I don't even need to be in here. Damn it, I'm talking too much. I went to go to the iron box to take out another more disc. Jesus. That's gas now. Oh, in the name of God, it's at 20-1 already. Still a good amount of progress left, like. I mean, it is the final area of the game, but I'm not over just yet, like. Right, so, Jesus, let me see. Fucking hell, I don't know, man, if I'm gonna have enough shotgun shells. Christ. Did I not pick up another box of shotgun shells? Don't tell me I left them behind now. Oh, no, that's the one I just... Wait, what? Yeah, that's the one I just put in. Oh no. I don't even know if it's worth bringing that with me, to be honest. But I'll try it anyway. There is a few of those more discs lying around, like, so... Or the consoles to put them into. Down these late night live streams, man, they drain me. I know that I have to get fuel to activate the self-destruct sequence. Because it's Chris that activates the self-destruct sequence. Alright, so we're going here this time. Right. So the fun begins now. This is where the fun begins. Okay. Hold on a second, did I already go in here? That's one of the doors that's locked, isn't it? Okay, so realistic. Wait a second now. I want to do it in a way where it's like proper. Right, so I'm gonna go into this room first. Oh Jesus! No, I was already in there. Right. God. Sense of direction is terrible in this live stream. But then again, my sense of direction is always terrible. Okay, I'm going to go in here first. Use the laboratory key. Hopefully when I open the next door, it'll say you don't need to use that key anymore. In fact, maybe I should have done that now, actually. Yeah, I'll actually do it now. I think there's only 2 doors anyway. Yeah, there's no further use to scare. Now we can at least pick up another item. It's a rusted shot. Okay, which way do I go? Do I go up here first? Oh, there's a door right there. Fucking hell. Oh, handy, another little save room. Alright, I'll keep them all this. Oh, there's lots of stuff in here. I see some shotgun shells, I see some health. I have enough health to keep me going a lifetime, to be honest with you. But I'll happily take the shotgun shells. Doing? Oh, Magnum round. Jeez, I almost feel sorry for the tyrant because the amount of Magnum rounds I have is just crazy. And I'll check the injury again as well. But I won't save it now though. But it's nice to know that I don't have to go all the way up now to save my progress. I've got to look at the cobweb by the lamp. Okay. Is that everything now? Yes, okay. And I have the more disc, okay. Alright. Let's move on. I don't need to save it yet. I have 10 shotgun shells and I got some more. Come back in here to refill my shotgun shells. Okay, good to go. Right, but I hate those enemies. Oh god, you know what's actually terrifying me is they have a move where they can drop down and basically they can drop down on top of you, grab your head and kill you straight away. But I'll just take the risk anyway, fuck it. Oh, that's the elevator, which I don't need to use right now. It appears to be the control panel for the elevator. Press the switch. It doesn't seem to be getting any power. The elevator isn't working. It looks like you'll have to operate the switch on the right hand side. It appears to be the control. Alright. It has no power. Okay. Oh fucking hell, this is the area I know like that I don't like at all. I mean I have health like so. Okay, let's just do it. I just need to go slowly. Come on, you bastards. Fuck did he go? Orange fuel may explode. Whoa. No, I won't. Not yet. Shit. I just wasted 2 shotgun shells. I'm going back for those. Oh, God, only have 3. There's a lot more where that came from, like, what was a... Damn it! Maybe it's the next one. Jeez, I'm confused. I'm going back for shotgun shells, fuck that. Ah, fuck that, I'm going back for shotgun shells. There's at least 3 more of them to come, like. At least. Putting that into, yeah. If they come back, I'll absolutely snap, because they shouldn't come back. Like, alright, I don't. Do I actually wait? Is that empty? Because I'm confused. Warning: fuel may explode if shaken or jarred. A refueling device for the power room. It's not working right now because there's no fuel. There's an empty cap. Okay, that's telling me I can't pick it up. No, there's not. Okay. Oh, it's empty. No, then you have to refuel it. And okay, I get it now. I think. There's definitely nothing else up here, is there? Right. No, because there's a console that you need to use the mode disc on, but I think it's up here. Yeah, it is too. Okay. I'll just hope there's more of these fuckers here now as well. The fuck? I hate those fuckers. Jesus. No, please don't. Fuck for that. What do you mean? There's a 90 out of it. See how absolutely annoying they are, like. And there's more, like, there's actually more, because when you're coming back from this area, they'll show up even more, like, they're like, oh hi, we thought we were gone, but we're not. Right, so that's 2. Oh my god, okay. Why the fuck is it still saying there's an item here? I don't see anything. Oh, there it is. A dagger. I'll take the dagger. And there's still something else there, really. What the fuck is that? Oh, flash grenade. Just randomly placed. Right. Okay. Now to the final area, which is going to have more of these fuckers. I'm telling you, they're everywhere. Oh god. Oh, this one backwards. But yeah, I think there's more in the final area, and then when you actually go back, there's more there as well. So what I actually should be doing, right, what I actually should have done was taken the, yeah, I'm going to take the fuel thing now, because if they do show up when I come back, I'll be like running around the place like a headless chicken trying to get the fucking thing, so better to get it now. God, that better be empty, like. Come on. Yeah, I think it's empty now, and then you take it to the freezing. Does it say like it's empty? Okay, it says it's empty, so fuck it. Because if you actually run with the I'm just waiting for the game over screen. But if you run when it's full, you'll actually blow yourself up, which is not good at all. So I'm just happen. Alright, so this is the final area, and it's going to have more of these fuckers inside. But it's fine. Well, it's not really fine, like, because I only have 7 shotguns. Fucking hell, where are they, like? Not good, think about it. Hunt. There's no power in the main elevator. Start it up. The system won't initialize. It appears to need some kind of... Okay, so the fuel. Right. Jesus Christ. Alright. There's one left. Like, if these fuckers grab you, like, you're dead, like, you know what I mean? So there's no question about that. Okay, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, like, they do actually come back. They just start dropping down like fucking, like, do you know when you activate the self-destruct system, they will just show up. But I'm just thinking, if they do, I'm just gonna run. Because you know they got time for that. Yeah, I'm not wasting any more of those shotgun shells on them. I'm only gonna kill them once. They'll show up again. Alright, right now, I know what? Where am I? Where's the left? Okay. Might as well just pop in here. See, do I have any more shotgun shells? I think I have about 4 more left. I should really save my progress, actually. I don't know why I'm being so dodgy. I'm just in a dodgy mood. I don't have any shotgun shells at all. Jesus Christ, there's none. Well, one, like, technically, like, but... God. Actually, what I should be doing, actually, I don't know, is bringing my final mode disc with me. Yeah. Nice. Oh shit. So it's grand. Boom. When you're good, like. Look at the horrors, actually. This is... Oh, fuck. I wasn't expecting that, okay. I mightn't have been expecting it, but I fucking handled it. Look at the horrors of this. This is where the Umbrella Corporation's researchers would have been experimenting on people, like injecting the T virus into them, figuring out like how it reacts to them, and just fucking mental crazy fuck. It's rusted shot. What do you mean? There's meant to be something in here. What the fuck? What do you mean rusted shot? What was the point of coming down here? So. Oh, there's another one. There's another thing. There's not just more. Oh, there we go. See? Final more. Oh, I can take that. Okay. But what I meant to do was put the final more disc in here. Allows me to open the cell. It's telling me there's something in here, but I can't see anything. Are they shotgun shells? Ah, yes. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save Jill. Hey Jill. I'm save you, her. Then I'm gonna go to the freezer. Some fuel. Oh no, wait, I can't do it yet. I need to get the key off Wesker. All this does is open the door. I forgot that. I'm actually genuinely excited. It's Jill. We haven't seen her since the start of the
Chris?
game.
Jill.
Chris, Wesker's the...
I know. I can't open it. Just wait, I'll be back.
Okay.
So, since he entered this mansion, this is the first time he's seen Jill Valentine since he entered the mansion. So Jill Valentine is alive and well, but she's being held captive at the hands of the betrayer, Albert Wesker. And so he knows where she is now. That's good. That's all that matters. He knows where she is. Oh, he knows where she is. What the fuck am I saying? Okay, so I need to go here now. Alright, like Mr. Pacific, like. Okay, so I can't run. Okay, I got the fuel sample, I cannot run. The main ingredient of the fuel appears to be nitro compound. Running could result in a fatal explosion, so I can't run. This is actually kind of... I remember this actually, when I first played the remake. It added a very interesting kind of like mechanic to the game, because I wasn't used to not running, you know. Needless to say, I blew up in my first attempt. Because it wouldn't be me without fucking up like it. So things are actually going quite well now. Actually, everything is going quite well. So this is pretty much the last thing to do, is deactivate the self-destruct system. That's been activated. So yeah, I'm going grand now. As long as those fuckers don't show up. If they do show up, anyway, I got 6 shotgun shells, so you know, shouldn't be too bad. Like, oh god, realistically speaking, like, I should save my progress there. Like, what the fuck am I going here for? God help us. I'm actually going to save my progress. What am I doing? Like, this is about Chris Redfield's story. This isn't about me getting a good playthrough. Like, I keep attempting to remind myself of that. Like, so slowly does it now, Chris. Slowly fucking does it. Yeah, because you never know, like, I might just get distracted by the live chat, like, or something, and then boom, I accidentally run and blow myself up. So I'm going to go straight in here and save my progress. Right, so The lab lounge. Save successful. It's so annoying when you can't run. What else could I take with me here now, just in case? No, I think I'm good for now. So I think once you activate the self-destruct system, you just actually forget actually what happens after you do that. Oh yeah, I think Chris will be, or Jill will be let loose because of the fact that the self-destruct system has been activated. She'll be able to leave. Watch now, they're going to show up again. Blow me to Smith. Wait, is this the right? Wait, only. Yeah, it's only up here, isn't it? This is where I put the fuel. Isn't it? Yeah. Now there's power. And it's safe to run, thankfully. And they're going to come back, I know they are. They're going to try to scare me. Maybe they'll come back on the way back. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking anyway. They're very unpredictable fuckers, like. Now the power has been activated, which allows me to activate the self-destruct system. Wait, what? Or not? Don't tell me I fucked up now, because there's something really annoying about this fucking game. Oh no, Wesker is the one that activates the self-destruct system, I think. Because why would you want to? Yeah, okay. No, because I got a bad ending with Jill there a couple of months back when I was playing it, and it kind of pissed me off. So what actually happens now, like? Oh, the lift has been activated. But like, what about? I don't want to get a bad ending. Like, what's happening now? What the fuck do I do now, like? I think everything is going according to plan. I'm just overthinking it. Maybe. I think Rebecca should show up here because the lift is working now. Appears to be nice. Yeah, cutscene. The elevator is working.
Chris!
There we go.
Rebecca!
I saved her.
I saw you in the inner garden. I finally caught up.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. No more following. Just stay with me, kid.
That's my plan, sir.
Oh god, we're going up. Oh fuck. Lads, I don't, oh god. Can I go back down? Lads, I'm gonna die, seriously. I forgot to bring the fucking magnum with me. I forgot to bring the magnum with me. Sorry, Rebecca. Hold tight there for a little while. You're actually fighting the tyrant for a bit. Up there. Now maybe there's an item box up there. I don't know for sure, like, but just in case there isn't. I'm not gonna save the progress again because this isn't the actual end, like, yeah. Alright, so finally now I can take up a magnum revolver along with Actually, you know what? I won't need a shotgun. That's not what I wanted. There's so many magnum rounds actually here. Jesus. Should be enough. Yeah. I'm ready. Hope Rebecca is still there now. But actually, so Rebecca is one of the members of the Stars Bravo team. I managed to save her. Shit. Might as well pick him up. Yeah. I'm going back down again. Like. I'm just thinking, like, the first encounter with the Tyrant isn't actually that menacing, so I know what to do. I never used a handgun in this part of the game, ever, so I'm actually going to put the handgun away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take up my, I'm going to take the shotgun with me. Because I can't remember ever using the shotgun in this area of the game anyway, like so. The grand. Right. You basically fight the Tyrant twice in this area. Scared now. But even though this is Chris Redfield's story, there's a little bit of Green-Hill's story as well, you know. I gotta challenge myself too, like, you know, whenever I can. Alright, so this is going to be a very symbolic moment here. Chris Redfield, yeah, I left the game speak for itself. But afterwards, of course, I will talk.
Wesker.
So you've come. Chris, you make me proud. But of course you are one of my men.
Thanks. Since when, Wesker?
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
Since when have they been slipping you a paycheck?
I think you're a bit confused. I've always been with Umbrella. And stars were Umbrella's... No, rather, my little piggies. The Tyrant virus leaked, polluting this whole place. And unfortunately, I had to give up my lovely members of Stars.
You killed them with your own dirty hands! You son of a bitch!
No.
Oh yes, dear. Just like this.
Rebecca!
Don't move!
Damn.
You...
I don't think you want to die just yet. I have something that's of some interest to you.
ultimate bioweapon.
The ultimate life form. Tyrant.
Wesker, you've become senile.
Chris, you'll never understand. It's magnificent.
So Chris Redfield right now is standing in front of
Come on, you test tube freak.
a test tube freak, as he puts it. Something that he's never, oh my god, something he's never experienced in his life. Definitely with stars anyway. Shit. I'm scared. See, he doesn't take too much damage today. So I need to like, this is Chris Redfield's story, so I need to have a deep dive here. So Chris Redfield finally comes face to face with the betrayer. His captain, his boss, who was working for the Umbrella Corporation the whole time. Responsible for the deaths of his comrades and friend. We're led to believe he killed Rebecca, but what about headed away to die? He's holding something. What is Wesker? Observation note. The discovery of the G virus was in fact 21 years after the administration of the progenitor virus. The progenitor parasite, which we had delivered from a laboratory in France, was administered to the sample specimen. The sample specimen took in the parasite without showing any signs of adverse reaction. The lack of any reaction was an unsolved mystery, but now everything is clear to me now. The prototype parasite was incubating in the sample specimen's body for 21 years. Then from that incubation state, the prototype suddenly mutated, evolved, maybe a more appropriate word to describe it. The observation gave me more insight in my research. Through further modification and testing, I was able to derive a method to create the G that suppresses the performance of T. This was a breakthrough that would change the future of BOW's history. I can't wait to see the look on Alexia's annoying face when I finally announce my research. Don't be confused with Alex Wesker here. Now this is Alexia Ashford. But unfortunately, I'll have to wait a few more years to complete my findings. It's actually William Birkin from Resident Evil 2 fame. So yeah, massive moment here for Chris Redfield. Wesker the betrayer unleashing the biological weapon Tyrant on me. What the fuck? Where's Rebecca? Rebecca, where'd she go? Fucking hell, she's not dead though. The terminal looks like it's... She's not dead, like. Cannon wise, isn't it? It did save her, like. Oh, she's still alive.
Rebecca!
Chris.
It's a good thing you were wearing your bulletproof vest. There's nothing left for us to do here. Let's get moving.
Okay.
What about the self-destruct system? What about fucking Jill? Jill, I might save my progress now for the final time. So right now Chris Redfield is led to believe that Chris... Oh, see, what am I saying?
Chris?
What is it?
I found a file in the lab. Apparently, there's still a lot of tyrant virus here. We should blow this whole place up.
Right. The show must go on. I'll leave that up to you, Rebecca.
I'm on it. I'll start the self-destruct system I found a little while ago.
It's not like we're out of this yet. I'll see you on the outside.
Outside.
So Rebecca's going to set the self-destruct system. So yeah, right now Chris Redfield is led to believe that Wesker is actually dead. But as we all know, he isn't. At least not at that stage at the timeline anyway. Now, I'm thinking I need at least one free slot here. So you know, I'd be happy enough with that. I can survive this with what I have here. So, but first I'm going to save my progress, just in case I do die. So Albert Wesker working for Umbrella this whole time. Once Umbrella got too close to Umbrella's mischief doings, he was ordered to dispose of them while gathering combat data, of course, for their biological weapons. Okay. So I think she's going to activate the self-destruct system, but I think once I leave here, she'll have that activated. But then I gotta save Jill as well. I just settled the issue of Barry Burton. He's out there somewhere as well.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate.
Oh, there's going to be some zombies here as well.
Deactivating and releasing all locks.
I can handle zombies.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate.
I'm gonna run past anything that goes near me, and then just oh fuck. See, I'm just gonna like whatever, because all I have to do is go through here.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
I'm coming for you, Jill.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks. The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
Jill, sorry I made you wait.
I knew you'd come.
Let's get out of here.
So, Chris Redfield reunited with his comrade and friend, Jill Valentine. And we're gonna get the hell out of this hellhole. Come on, Jill. Oh, I'm so glad that I'm experiencing this again, like going into a Resident Evil village. I'm so glad to be retelling the just tragic story of Chris Redfield. It's the only way to put it, really, you know. Like, imagine being betrayed by, you know, your boss. I mean, maybe like Chris looked up to
Let's get going!
Wesker, you know, as a captain, as a boss, as a leader, you know, and then to be betrayed by him in such a sinister way, like, you know, working for the corporation that was responsible for creating the T-virus, that created the biological weapons that killed, you know, so many citizens of the Raccoon City, and more importantly, like his comrades and friends, luring his team, deliberately luring his team into the mansion to dispose of them, to gather combat data. I'm gonna actually put, oh shit. Let me go back to my, this is actually where I'm going, so it's fine. No, I actually didn't realise I was actually on caution there, so I think I'm gonna use some green herbs. Right. Mixed herbs. I need a slot free, so I don't know what actually I'm going to do. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, that fucking thing. I want to have at least maybe another first aid spray just in case. But I'm fighting Tyrant after all, so I don't think any chances.
The self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Are you ready, Jill? You ready? Let's
The
go.
self-destruct system has been activated. All personnel must evacuate immediately. Deactivating and releasing all
Damn.
locks.
I won't take any of those
Self-destruct
because
system has been
I need.
activated. All personnel must
This is Brad. Running out of fuel. This is your last chance. If there's anyone alive, give me a sign. I repeat, this is your last chance.
I like how Brad is calling the shots. Like, this is your last chance to contact me. This is the fucker that fucking flew off in the helicopter and left us there because he was a coward. And now he's like, this is your last chance. Like, fuck off, Brad. You know what I mean? We got this far without you.
All personnel must evacuate.
Jesus Christ, Brad.
Deactivating and releasing all locks.
Actually,
The self-destruct system has been activated. 3 minutes to detonation.
The
Rebecca.
self-destruct system's activated.
Good work. Brad's up in the helicopter.
Those things are coming.
I'll take care of them.
But,
Chris, you just get in contact with Brad somehow.
okay.
Chris Redfield's final battle in the mansion incident is about to commence. And the tragic story of the mansion incident is going to come to a very tragic climax. Tragic, of course, for Tyrant, not for me. It's like Chris Redfield, I won't die.
Chris!
You okay?
Yeah.
Stay back, Rebecca. Shit.
Chris, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!
Say goodbye, Tyrant. Oh shit. Realistically speaking, Rebecca would have went kaboom there as well. That was close. I got a trophy called You the Man too. And this is the end of the mansion incident. First chapter of Chris Redfield's story. Flying away in the Stars helicopter as this sinister mansion and all its dirty secrets go up in flames. So the surviving members of STARS are Rebecca Chambers, Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine. We don't know where Barry Burton is, but he does survive. Robert the Cannon and Brad as well. Even though he flew off at the beginning, he survived as well. We're led to believe that Albert Wesker, the betrayer of STARS, is dead, but we all know that he isn't dead. So just a recap of the mansion incident. So Chris Redfield, a member of STARS, Special Tactics and Rescue Service, the Special Forces of the Raccoon City Police Department, he gets briefed on bizarre murders that occurred in Raccoon City. His comrades, the Bravo team, to get sent into the Raccoon Forest area where these bizarre murders occurred to investigate. STARS lose contact with the Bravo team, so then the Alpha team gets sent in, which Chris Redfield is a member of. They find a helicopter. They also find a pilot completely mauled, and then they would get themselves eaten. So Chris Redfield, along with Jill and Wesker and Barry, they run into a nearby mansion where their nightmare would begin. So as Chris Redfield arrives in the mansion, he hears a gunshot, thinking that it's Barry Burton. So he goes to investigate, and he's face to face with a zombie. Goes to report it to Wesker, but Wesker, along with Jill Valentine, is nowhere to be found. And as he would go and investigate, he would soon discover that it was the T-virus created by the Umbrella Corporation, used to develop biological weapons like the zombies and monsters that killed his comrades and killed some of the citizens of Raccoon City. That was the cause of all of it. But more sinister of all,
Chris, you did a fine job.
Chris would find out that STARS were actually betrayed, that they were actually led into the mansion deliberately to gather combat data on Umbrella's biological weapons. Wesker was working for Umbrella the whole time. Chris Redfield, he lost a lot of members of STARS, a lot of comrades, including Enrico, Richard, Kenneth, Joseph. So yeah, this man's life has been forever changed because of the mansion incident. The mansion incident is where Chris Redfield's fight against biowarfare will well and truly begin. So no longer is he just a regular, special forces kind of cop, going after regular crime. No. This man's life has been changed forever, and he's gone after zombies and monsters now. So it took me 16 hours, almost 17 hours to complete this game. Probably did more talking than gameplay, to be honest with you. Creatures dispatched, 106. Ammo used, 382. Ink ribbons used, 19. Health items used. I'm happy enough with that. I've gotten a new costume. It's not really important now. So that is it. That is the end of Chris Redfield's. That is the end of the first chapter in Chris Redfield's story, the mansion incident. So yeah, a lot happened there. But don't worry, I'm not going to spend the next 35 minutes summarising it. But yeah, so basically all has been revealed. This isn't a summary, by the way. This is just basically just going into a deep dive of Chris Redfield. So how's that? Once again. One. What does that say? That's once again. So I'll check that another time. But yeah. So up until now, Chris Redfield's knowledge of the Umbrella Corporation would have been Up until the mansion incident, Chris Redfield's knowledge of the Umbrella Corporation would have been that it's an international corporation, specializing particularly in pharmaceuticals, so in pharmaceutical products. Little did he know that the profits from those pharmaceutical products were actually used to fund biological weapons, including the T-virus, which is responsible for the zombies and the zombie dogs and the monsters. Little did he know. So he now knows the truth behind the Umbrella Corporation and just how far they will go to protect their secrets, going as far as to send one of their own researchers into the Raccoon City Police Department to work for STARS, to keep STARS and keep the police away from Umbrella as much as possible, which is what Wesker would have been doing as the captain of STARS. But of course, after the T-virus outbreak at the mansion, and after the amount of public attention that was given to the bizarre murders that occurred in Raccoon City as a result of, citizens of Raccoon City being eaten by zombies, STARS, they couldn't, no matter what Wesker said, the Raccoon City Police Department couldn't not get involved. So once that happened, of course, Wesker was then ordered. So originally Wesker was a researcher, but then he became like chief of security at Umbrella. So he was then ordered to, okay, we'll capitalize on this situation. We'll kill two birds with one stone. We'll lower the STARS into the mansion. We'll gather their combat data against the biological weapons, see how effective they are, and well, they won't survive. Well, that was the plan anyway. They won't survive. They'll be all dead. We'll get rid of them, and we'll blow up the mansion, get rid of all the secrets, and we'll continue on with the research like nothing ever happened. That's how sinister the Umbrella Corporation are. That's how far they'll go to protect their secrets. Now Chris knows this. Chris knows the true sinister nature of the Umbrella Corporation, knows exactly what they're capable of, and knows just how connected the Umbrella, well, maybe he didn't realise just how connected it was, but he does know that Wesker was working for the Umbrella Corporation the whole time. But I'm not going to talk about this now, but I'll talk about it in the next part of Chris Redfield's story, which, believe me, it's not going to be as long as the mansion incident, because that's a whole game, the mansion incident. The second part of Chris Redfield's story is very, very short. It's extremely short. A lot of people may be thinking that it will be Code Veronica. Not quite. Not quite. That's going to be challenging as well, because Chris Redfield isn't playable. Chris Redfield's story doesn't come into play in Code Veronica until the very end of the game, so that's going to be interesting. But don't worry about that. So Chris Redfield now knows the Umbrella Corporation. He now knows about biological. I mean, Chris Redfield's knowledge of biological weapons up until the mansion incident would have been like smallpox. You know what I mean? That like some sort of like dictatorship would have used in a village somewhere to infect people with smallpox or something like that. But little did you know that there was a corporation called the Umbrella Corporation that were creating actual fucking zombies and massive fucking snakes and sharks and the ultimate life form tyrant. I'm sure during Chris Redfield's life he's been deceived by a salesman knocking on the door and saying, hey, I've got this amazing fucking microwave, bear with me now, I have a point. And he's like, oh cool, this is great, great value, plugs in, thing explodes or whatever else. He's been deceived, right? But never has he ever been deceived like he has with Albert Wesker. So this man's life has been utterly changed, and never will he be the same after this. So his fight against the Umbrella Corporation has only just begun. I mean, he has been made an enemy of the Umbrella Corporation, and the Umbrella Corporation as his enemy, his target, responsible for the deaths of his comrades and friends. He has been deceived by the Umbrella Corporation, tragically. But I think more than anyone else, Albert Wesker, because Albert Wesker right now is the only like living embodiment of the Umbrella Corporation. Chris can't put a name on the Umbrella Corporation right now other than Albert Wesker, so he's going after Albert Wesker. And I think more than anything else, he wants to make it public, what the Umbrella Corporation were doing and what they were getting up to, which is what I'm going to be talking about in part 2 of the second chapter of Chris Redfield's story. So this is all basically it's all leading up to Resident Evil Village. So it's going to be interesting. There's going to be 1 or 2 games I leave out, okay, because what you have to realise is, now I'm jumping ahead here now, but after the fall of Umbrella Corporation, Chris Redfield would have been introduced to bioterrorism, and he had many missions and many adventures, like traveling around the world fighting bioterrorism. I don't think all of them need to be told. Like there's the Resident Evil that Dark Side Chronicles, which is the sequel to Umbrella Chronicles, and I think there's Umbrella Chronicles itself, which tells the story of Chris and Jill going to like Russia to take down Umbrella. I know you might think that's a huge thing, but it's not really, like, because Umbrella fell, like we all know how Umbrella fell, you know what I mean? So it's not really like something that needs to be told. But I'm going to go on the main line. I'm going to go with the mainline series, so it's going to be like Resident Evil 1, Code Veronica, if I can make that work, then Resident Evil 5, unfortunately Resident Evil 6, can't stress unfortunately enough, and I'm not even going to mention Revelations either, because it's just, what I could do is I could talk about them, but I just don't really want to play those games so much. Then again, I could talk about Resident Evil 6 too, couldn't I? But I'll find different ways to tell Chris Redfield's story. But I just thought that there's absolutely no way that I could tell the mansion incident without playing Resident Evil. I just thought there's no way I could. I think you'd have to see what this man has been through. So that's why I live streamed Resident Evil. But there'll be different ways, and so just stay tuned for all that. Stay tuned for the rest of Chris Redfield's story. But I hope everyone enjoyed the mansion incident, the first chapter of Chris Redfield's story. Now you know how this man's life has been turned upside down. Maybe now when you go back and watch the Resident Evil Village trailer and you see Chris Redfield, shooting this woman, who, if it is Mia Winters, is not only possibly a biological weapon herself now, because she got infected in Resident Evil 7. We don't know if the vaccine actually worked or not, but also, more importantly, she actually created the biological weapon, Evelyn, which she got infected by, because she was working for the Connections, a crime syndicate who created a biological weapon. Now you've seen every single thing. You've seen every single way that biological weapons and the companies that create them have affected this man's life. What do you think he was going to do? What do you think he was going to do? Become besties with Mia Winters? I mean, I am speaking as, a huge fan of the Resident Evil series, as someone who knows the Resident Evil story, knows the lore. Like these people who are like saying, not to quote Ethan Winters at the end of the Village trailer, but these people who are like, why? They need to be on the same wavelength as I am when it comes to the Resident Evil series, and understand how this man's life has been changed by biowarfare and bioterrorism. Like, so we don't know to this, like, we don't still know exactly what led Chris Redfield to shoot this woman who, again, we're led to believe is Mia Winters. That's all I'm going to say. We're led to believe that it's Mia Winters. It mightn't be Mia Winters at all. but again, we're like led to believe that it is. So like, yeah, the reason that I have decided to tell the story of Chris Redfield, starting from the mansion incident, is to just kind of like lay it all out, lay all the cards out on the table, just kind of like, this is Chris Redfield. Do you know what I mean? This is what he has been through. So, you know, just to let people know all that. Like. So yeah, I think by the end of this story, you know, the people who have watched, they'll actually hopefully look at that trailer again, like, and look at Chris Redfield, you know, and maybe kind of think differently, and maybe not see him as the villain, you know, or a hero for that matter, you know, just somebody who has, you know, been utterly changed as a result of biological weapons, and the people that create them, and the people that, you know, the people that deceive him, you know. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say really. But his story does continue. This isn't the end of his story. This is actually really like his first chapter. It's like Chris Redfield has been reborn. This is the rebirth of Chris Redfield. You know what I mean? This is his true self. This is where Chris Redfield is truly begins. You know, his life before the mansion incident doesn't exist anymore. You know, so his true story is only about to begin, really. So yeah, so stay tuned for the rest of Chris Redfield's story. And once again, thank you very much to all who watched. Hope you enjoyed. I know sometimes the late night live streams kind of like drain me, like I'd be a little bit tired, but you know, nonetheless, I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you next time on Green Hill Gaming, and of course I will see you next time on the story of Chris Redfield.